Hey everyone, it's that math magician. On this video, we're going to continue to look at prisms, and more importantly, we're going to see if we can find the volume of a triangular prism. Now, if you haven't yet watched my first video about prisms, I would suggest you go and watch that, because I introduce and define what a prism is, and it's going to be very important for you to understand that before we even find out what the volume of it is. So, knowing that you've watched that video, let's jump right into this example problem where I have a triangular prism there and I want to determine its volume. Now remember that volume refers to the space that figure occupies. Another way of thinking about it is, imagine if we had that triangular prism and we wanted to fill it up with water, right? How much water would fill up inside? What is the amount of space that triangular prism can hold? That's what volume is, and that's what we want to find. Now, fortunately for us, we have a volume formula for a prism, really for any prism, and we can use this here as well. That formula is volume equals area of the base times the height of the prism. There are two key facts in there that we're going to need to find. First, we are going to need to determine the area of the base shape. Well, I have a triangular prism here. With a triangular prism, that means that the base shape is a triangle. Notice that I can find the base shape on the bottom of the figure, and I can also find it at the top of the figure. So I will first need to find the area of that triangle. After I find that, I will then just have to multiply it by the height of that triangular prism. So let's start with the area first. We need to find the area of that triangle, either the one on the top or on the bottom. It doesn't matter because they're both the same shape. So to find the area of a triangle, we have an area formula, and that is base times height divided by 2. So I'm looking at that triangle there on the top, and I need to determine what the base and the height are for that two-dimensional triangle. Well, I'm looking here and it looks like 3 is the base and 4 would be the height, right? I know that one of those is the height because I see the right angle. And in a triangle, the height is always associated with the sides that form the right angle. Well, I just take those two numbers and I can plug them into my area formula. So I will take 3 and I will multiply it by 4, and then I will have to divide it by 2, because that is the area formula for a triangle, okay? We're trying to find the area of the triangle. We got to use the area formula then. Base times height divided by 2. Well, I'm looking there and I see 3 times 4 in the numerator. 3 times 4 makes 12. Divided by 2 is going to leave us with 6 centimeters squared. So that right there is the area for our triangle, our base triangle. Now, according to our formula there, I just have to take that area and I have to multiply it by the height of my triangular prism. Really, it's asking how many of those triangles are going to be stacked on top of each other. What is that distance? And that distance we can see on the vertical side of our prism. That height is 9 centimeters long. So I'm going to take my area of my base triangle, and I know I'm going to have to multiply it by the height of our prism, which is 9 centimeters. So 6 times 9 is going to equal 54 centimeters cubed. Remember that when you're finding the volume of a three-dimensional figure, in this case, our prism, you always end up with your units as cubed. You end up with it as cubed because we're taking centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. And when you multiply centimeters 3 times, you end up with centimeters cubed. When you're finding area and you're only using 2 different centimeters, that's why it's centimeters squared. And that's it. That's how you find the volume of a triangular prism. Get the area of the base triangle, multiply it by the height. It's that math magician, and I'll see you on the next video.